So is it giant killing weekend? Because both derbies that we've just seen, both in the La Liga and the Premier League, the team who have been favourites have been overcome. This time, Arsenal losing 2-1 to Tottenham through the likes of Harry Kane, maybe my double, I don't know. But before we get to the football, we want to tell you about Pro Flowers. They've teamed up with TYT Sports to give you 1 dozen assorted roses with a glass vase for $19.99. Make sure to check that out in the link below. Your girlfriend, your partner will love you for Valentine's Day. Tottenham up against Arsenal, joined here by Pablo Alsina, sports anchor. Thanks so much for joining us.
First of all, I get a text from Francis saying, Pablo, make sure to wear a suit and tie. We have Pro Flowers here. We have to be well dressed. Francis, you know threw a curveball on me.
You know me on TYT Sports. I always like to dress up.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I asked Jason to bring me some clothes this time. He brought me his usual sports T-shirt and a shirt combo. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I can pull it off, I guess. But let's talk about Arsenal. Against Tottenham, they started off well. The form that they've been in, Danny Welbeck, great bit of speed to get in behind, cuts it back. Giroud knocks it onto Ozil. And right then and there, Pablo, I thought, Arsenal are going to go on and win this game. The form that they're in, with that goal, Ozil scoring 3 goals in 3 games, you're thinking, right, everything's clicking for Arsenal's men.
Arsenal still played a very defensive game, and then I think they still wanted to hold on. But the key to the game was no Alexis Sanchez. The Chilean has been on fire. He's the key to that game, especially the key if the team doesn't want to be that defensive. With his injury, with his hamstring injury, him not playing, I think that affected the Gunners. And then your twin came through, 2 goals.
So, this is what I talked about in tactics as well. It started to come out because what Arsenal used to have a problem with doing is when the ball gets moved to the wider areas, they can't shift quick enough. Like, they're caught too spread out. And Danny Rose, in several occasions, had shots on goal. And I thought, right straight in the set towards the end of the first half, I thought Tottenham were going to come back. Danny Rose was in that, exploiting their wide areas. And then another problem with Arsenal, similar to what we just talked about Real Madrid, defending cross balls. The ball comes in, smallest guy in the field, or one of them, Eriksen, flicks it onto the back post, and the ball is knocked in from Harry Kane, who's unmarked. That's just, you can't do that in the Premier League, I'm afraid.
I also don't think I like Welbeck starting in the game instead of Theo Walcott. They put in Theo late in the game. I thought they were trying to play the minutes, and I thought then Tottenham was going to keep pressuring. They had the home field advantage, and they were going to win the game. Sure, these two teams are very close, but when you play in your stadium, I think that was the difference, and a beautiful header by Harry Kane going opposite post.
And that's the same thing, another factor I talked about. Like, Arsenal, I thought, started to get their net back four, where they started to understand each other. And Koscielny and Mertesacker, the 2 centre-backs, that's the best of their partners they can get. Koscielny's at least 5 yards away from Harry Kane, and we know how dangerous he is in the air, and the ball bent to left just floats it in. It's not that much of a dangerous ball, but he peels back 2 yards and a looping header over into the back post, and Ospina couldn't get there. And I'm thinking to myself, well deserved.
Also, we have to mention the managers. In the Madrid derby, Cholo Simeone, I think, partly won that game. In this one, also, Mauricio Pochettino, we got to give credit to this man. Poche, the Argentine, coming through. Southampton, have you seen him? They're in 3rd place. He says it's because of him also, and he's not even coaching that team anymore, but he's got this team, Tottenham, believing. Typical Argentine defenders. They have a strong back line.
I can't help but say that I see a little bit of bias here towards all these Argentinians.
No, I'm just calling it how it is, baby. Managers are key to games. And I thought Pochettino's style, his confidence. Yes, Southampton ended up 8th. They sold a lot of players. I don't think he should get credit for what's happening this season. But I think Tottenham, they're starting to believe. They're starting to play better. And we saw it with Cholo Simeone. I'm combining the two because it's Derby weekend. They're both Argentines. And you're seeing these teams. Maybe he doesn't have the players, but then you got to add the heart, baby. You got to add the other body parts that are crucial. And we're seeing in Tottenham, they're starting to believe.
Yeah, and it's just, so this is going to be a problem for Arsenal. I don't think it's too catastrophic at the moment because Arsenal were in a fine run of form. Theo Walcott came out and said that there's a massive buzz around the Emirates.
Alexis wasn't there.
They're starting to feel more confident. Alexis isn't there, and I think that's a big, like, he's a crucial point in getting the ball and driving forward, and especially in counter-attacks. But the reason why I think they bring in Welbeck instead of Walcott is because it's a physical game. The London derby's physical. I think Theo's starting to make his way back into the game. Welbeck's known for getting in and amongst the games and getting himself back when he needs to get back and defend. But again, Arsene Wenger, I think, just needs to focus that simple marking is always going to punish you if you can't mark in the box, especially against a lone striker, Harry Kane, who causes so much danger with his movement. So, I don't know what you think. What do you think? Do you think Arsenal will bounce back straight away? Or do you think
what do you consider bouncing back, finishing top 3, top 4?
Well, they were talking about title challenges when they were going on that run. I don't think so anymore. But Manchester City just dropped points as well. So this is a big gap for Manchester United to come. They're playing tomorrow if they can try and close that gap on Man City.
Chelsea, though, won. Good luck dealing in Chelsea if you're Arsenal. What I like about Arsene Wenger, he always has a fun style, young play, lots of young players. But when are they going to have veteran players? Like, I'm tired of saying, oh, the good, young, up-and-comer are, Arsene Wenger's Gunners. No, come on. Let's get that push, that final push. and I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, there you have it, guys. Thanks again for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to TYT Sports. And as you see, Pablo's taking one of these roses. They are fantastic. And if you want to give a dozen roses to your Valentine, $19.99 in the description below. Click the link. Thank you again, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Are you going to give that to me?
No, this is actually for my wife.
Oh, man. All right.